Hey, good afternoon, guys. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. This is John Anagnos with eXp Realty, aka Mr. Carlsbad. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a fantastic, outstanding week. I wanted to talk to you guys today about the current state of the real estate market, in that it's a buyer's market, as we all know. But also, why now is the right time for buyers to buy homes? If they're thinking about getting into the market, why it's the right time to do that? And, let's get right into it. I think the right time for buyers to be in the market is now, and the reason being is because interest rates are still hovering around 4 or 5%. I know the Fed just cut rates by 25 basis points or 2 percentage points fairly recently, and I know they're expected to do a couple of more Fed rate cuts, through to the end of the year, and we probably won't see the effects of that until Q1 or Q2 of next year, is my guess. But the reason I'm saying that buyers should be in the market right now is because there aren't as many buyers out there right now in the market, and most of them are, just waiting, sitting on the sidelines because of interest rates, because it's, much more expensive to go out and get money right now alone, and everything else that goes with that. Your credit score, you need to show proof of funds and your income and all the rest of that stuff. But that's why, actually, because there's not as many buyers in the market right now. So even though we still have, more or less the same amount of sales inventory on the market that we've had in the last few years, buyers are able to dictate a lot more of the terms that go on in negotiations with the deal than they were previously able to do. They can ask for seller concessions, seller's repairs, for the seller to pay for the inspection and the roofing, or the inspections that come with that, or just the asbestos, or just termite inspection, or whatever, the electrical, or things of that nature that would, in a seller's market, that wouldn't be true. In a seller's market, the seller is dictating which offer they want, and they can basically have their say of which buyer's offer that they're going to take, because they know that they can basically counter every single buyer out there, and there is, 4 to 5 offers to choose from at any moment in time. Right now, that's not true. That's not true. It hasn't been true for the last year and a half. I don't know when exactly the buyer's dynamic will change or shift to a balanced market, or, the strong seller's market that we did see in, previous years. So, that being said, since the market is more on the buyer side right now, it gives the buyer more room for negotiations to ask the seller to pay for termite inspections and roofing, and if there, God forbid, if there should be a foundation issue of some kind, or asbestos or electrical or plumbing, God forbid, or if there's some issue with the kitchen or flooring or carpet, or things of those nature, those kinds of things. So if you've got a buyer that's just sitting there waiting on the sideline, I would really strongly advise you to tell them to get off the sideline, stop waiting, because right now the market's on their side, and they can make an offer at asking price or slightly below, and more likely than not, depending on what the seller situation is or happens to be, they can probably get the seller to, give them some help, pay for some things, and, get them into escrow, and they're well on their way. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope this helps in whatever way. If you need any help, of course, please feel free to reach out and contact me. Have a wonderful rest of your week.